still so clear. Journey into this and more. Come on over and explore different world. Surely say nothing more one can ask for. Just treat your senses. Experience is no pretenses. Every step is something new, perfect to refresh you. Live your favorite memory. Malaysia, land of memory. Keep your favorite memory. Malaysia, land of memory. Malaysia, truly Asia. Search no more, it's here. Fun and joy, endless cheer. The memories so dear, after years, still so clear. Journey into this and more. Come on over and explore different world. Surely say nothing more one can ask for. Just treat your senses. Experience is no pretenses. Every step is something new, perfect to refresh you. Live your favorite memory. Malaysia, land of memory. Keep your favorite memory. Malaysia, land of memory. Malaysia, truly Asia.
OSIM.
Where do I go when I've got nowhere to hide? When will I feel like I'm truly living life? I'm waiting around, trying to find my time. I've gone out of bounds, hoping to see a sign. Then I wake up and I start a whole new day. I realize that the world is all a stage. It's moments like this that make me feel so alive. Here I am, a star. I will go so far. Whenever life gets me down and I fall to the ground, I pick myself back up. Whenever hope isn't found, I won't be crying now. I know I can be tough.
Search no more, it's here, finding joy, endless cheer. The memories so dear, after years, still so clear. Journey into this and more. Come on over and explore. Different world, surely say. Nothing more one can ask for. Just treat your senses. Experience, there's no pretenses. Every step is something new, perfect to refresh you. Live your favorite memory. Malaysia, land of memory. Keep your favorite memory. Malaysia, land of memory. Malaysia, truly Asia. Search no more, it's here, finding joy, endless cheer. The memories so dear, after years, still so clear. Journey into this and more. Come on over and explore. Different world, surely say. Nothing more one can ask for. Just treat your senses. Experience, there's no pretenses. Every step is something new, perfect to refresh you. Live your favorite memory. Malaysia, land of memory. Keep your favorite memory. Malaysia, land of memory. Malaysia, truly Asia.
OSIM.
Where do I go when I've got nowhere to hide? When will I feel like I'm truly living life? I'm waiting around, trying to find my time. I've gone out of bounds, hoping to see a sign. Then I wake up and I start a whole new day. I realize that the world is all a stage. It's moments like this that make me feel so alive. Here I am, a star. I will go so far. Whenever life gets me down and I fall to the ground, I pick myself back up. Whenever hope isn't found, I won't be crying now. I know I can be tough. Every morning I wake up and I know that I'm enough. I am rising above. This is showtime. Life is my hill to climb. Whenever life gets me down and I fall to the ground, I pick myself back up. Whenever hope isn't found, I won't be crying now. I know I can be tough. Every morning I wake up and I know that I'm enough. I am rising above. This is showtime. Life is my hill to climb. I am rising above. This is showtime. Life is my hill to climb.
Search no more, it's here, fun and joy, endless cheer. The memories so dear, after years, still so clear. Journey into this and more. Come on over and explore different world. Surely say nothing more one can ask for. Just treat your senses. Experience, there's no pretenses. Every step is something new, perfect to refresh you. Live your favorite memory. Malaysia, land of memory. Keep your favorite memory. Malaysia, land of memory. Malaysia, truly Asia. Search no more, it's here, fun and joy, endless cheer. The memories so dear, after years, still so clear. Journey into this and more. Come on over and explore different world. Surely say nothing more one can ask for. Just treat your senses. Experience, there's no pretenses. Every step is something new, perfect to refresh you. Live your favorite memory. Malaysia, land of memory. Keep your favorite memory. Malaysia, land of memory. Malaysia, truly Asia.
OSIM.
Where do I go when I've got nowhere to hide? When will I feel like I'm truly living life? I'm waiting around, trying to find my time. I've gone out of bounds, hoping to see a sign. Then I wake up and I start a whole new day. I realize that the world is all a stage. It's moments like this that make me feel so alive. Here I am, a star. I will go so far. Whenever life gets me down and I fall to the ground, I pick myself back up. Whenever hope isn't found, I won't be crying now. I know I can be tough.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third match of the day. Thanks for hanging in there as we had a couple technical difficulties this morning, but we are here now. Things are up and running, and we've got a great match queued up here as the Dallas Tornadoes make their NVA debut, fighting the Titans here in Team Freedom. Team Freedom coming off of a 4th place finish in November, and like I said, Dallas Tornadoes making their NVA debut here today. We're going to get the lineups here going in just a minute. Some notable off-season changes that we're seeing for Team Freedom is they're gaining setter Ryan Kenny from the once Tennessee Tyrants. Also right side Joe Norman from Team Southern Exposure. Dallas Tornadoes, a brand new roster. There's going to be an entirely new set of faces there that we have not seen before. So it's going to be exciting to see these guys kind of unfold and unpack as we get that all going. It's really staticky. It's extremely staticky. It's just bad sound quality. I can hear it. It's just extremely staticky. I can hear it making sound. It's just extremely staticky. Pull your mask down. Okay. Hers is extremely staticky.
All right. No, sir. You need a. Did you see? Sir. Did you see a small?
No, I have.
The black. Oh, right here.
I mean, I hear him. It's extremely staticky. It sounds terrible. It's super loud. Josh, look at the saturation. You can't see the lines. Yeah, chat, we're trying to get that right now. Yeah. All right, sorry about that. We are getting some technical difficulties worked out on our end as we get things up and running. But we are now at a 2-0 lead for the Dallas Tornadoes here, as we see number 3 cranking another serve there. That's Brady Castillo. Back set from Ben Ellis. That's going to be dug. Overpass, and that's going to be out. That's going to be a kill for number 10, Chris Nugent, on the side of Team Freedom. Chris Nugent starts with the jump serve here. Good pass, tight on the net, goes for the back set, and that's going to be kept alive here. Elias goes quick tempo to the outside. Vaughn keeps it alive, and that's going to be a second ball thrown right back down, number 4 on the Tornadoes. That's Luis Vasquez with a kill for the Tornadoes. A great pass to start that entire rally there with number 1, Alexis Reyes. (3-1) here.
Testing, mic test, mic test, mic test.
Ball is just long.
Mic test, mic. Mic 1, mic 2, mic 3.
And that's going to bring middle blocker Matt Seifert to the back line. Yeah, but it sounds bad. Big high set in the middle. Matt Elias goes backside to Joe Norman. Joe Norman is able to go 2-2 there. Swings on that cross-court swing, and Brady Castillo unable to come up with a dig on the backside there. Another float serve by Seifert. Hand passed well, goes up to the middle. And there's a huge swing out of the middle, number 9. That's Patrick Mochiski there. Goes over the one-on-one block. That's Keith Kergaris on the side of Team Freedom. Mochiski now looks to extend this rally with a float serve that goes long. Got to see those float serves stay in the court. Chike Opurum now in the middle on the side of the Dallas Tornadoes. Perfect pass. Tornadoes off for the backside swing, and that's going to be Steve Roschitz getting a swing into the deep corner there for a kill. So far, we're seeing a great serve-receive option here from number 4, Luis Vasquez. He's been nails, doing a great job to keep the Dallas Tornadoes in system. Roschitz goes back, hits a good serve. Elias lays that up for Norman, and Norman swings into the deep corner over the double block up front, and that's going to be a point for Freedom as they tie this game up at 5-5. Chris Vaughn, short float, once again hits his serving target on 4, but that's going to be an easy pass. Nice dig, pursuit is allowed. This is going to be sent over by Cunningham. Tornadoes off for the backside on Steve once again, and they'll go for that D-ball, and Roschitz gets a kill out of the D-ball. Great pursuit there by Team Freedom to keep that rally alive. Javier Guerrero goes for a serve, finds that one outside. Tornadoes very clearly have found their system offensively with a solid serve receive, but they've got to get dialed in on their serving attempts here. They're leaving some free points on the board for Team Freedom to take advantage of. Good pass, goes to the outside, tip over the top, and no one home. Joe Norman sitting too deep into the court, not quite able to get there. Little discussion on the court. Not sure what they're talking about, but I don't think it's going to change the outcome of this one. If you're Team Freedom, just get the boys together and keep finding a way to score some points. They're going to have number 6, Keith Kagaris, back there serving right now. Once they get this all sorted out, I really don't know what they're discussing, but this is one of those times where if you're Freedom, just take a breath, use it to your advantage, bring everyone together. You've got that 1-point lead right now, and it's time to start finding ways to extend your lead. Overpass on that one, that's going to be reset by Seifert, swung at on the right side by Matt Elias. Roshitz goes for that D-ball once again. Matt Elias goes up with a quick jam and finds a ball that's on the plane of the net and throws that one straight down. Matt Elias getting 2 opportunities there to take some offensive opportunities. And he's able to find it on his second. That's going to take us into our first technical timeout.
Search no more, it's here, fun and joy, endless cheer. The memories so dear, after years, still so clear. Journey into this and more. Come on over and explore different world. Surely say nothing more one can ask for. Just treat your senses. Experience is no pretenses. Every step is something new, perfect to refresh you. Live your favorite man.
All right, we are back now with the middle. Keith Kagaris once again on the line for Team Freedom as they have a 2-point lead. Coming into this, he's going to be serving a float serve, goes short, passed well by Vasquez, and goes up to the middle. That's going to be dug. Reset by Roshitz, and a dump attempt. Once again, rally extended. Team Freedom with Elias takes a chop that's kept up once again by the libero on Tornadoes. Norman takes a swing on the D-ball. There's a lot of end names over there. Norman gets a big swing on the D-ball to terminate that point. Nice dig halfway through that rally there by Kagaris in the back row. Worth noting that Team Freedom currently has their Chris Vaughn in left back, so they've got a middle and middle back here. Changes up their defensive scheme just a little bit. Roshitz goes up for the third D-ball, hand pass by Norman, and that's going to be a free ball coming over from the side of Freedom. Quick push to the outside, and low seam gets taken away by Matt Seifert with a huge block move to the outside. Luis Vasquez has been passing well, but Team Freedom's clearly targeting him, trying to see if they can get some magic working with him in serve receive. Nice cover ball. Middle's out for Tornado. Seifert takes a swing, does not quite get the connection he wants there, and that's going to be back spun out the back of the court. Open with a float serve, hand pass by Nugent. Goes up, big hard angle, catches open in the middle of the court. Able to find that back right kill there. Matt Elias looking for a float serve. Be interesting to see, again, if he's still set on targeting number 4, Luis Vasquez in the serve receive. Jump serve goes after him, poked over. Reset by Cunningham, goes to the backside. Joe Norman one-on-one, uses the outside hand of Vasquez. And that's gonna be a Dallas Tornadoes timeout. Well, right now, both teams kind of sorting to find a little bit of momentum. I think in general, we're seeing the Tornadoes do a very good job of first ball on their serve receive, but they've got to get a little more active on finding how they're going to find a rhythm and offensive groove. Team Freedom is definitely scrapping well, and for anyone that's ever seen them play before, I don't think that comes as any surprise. Definitely team never say die in blue over here. They know how to extend rallies, and they've got plenty of options on the pins that they can set out of system to. So definitely something that is not going to put them out of system or out of their comfort level. The more they're able to activate their middles, though, it's certainly going to be a bigger threat. Something we'll have to keep an eye on as this match continues. Technical timeouts will be called at 8 and 16. First team to reach either 8 or 16. That's where you'll see it cut away to a little commercial, but don't worry, we will be right back afterwards. Normal timeouts will keep you guys all dialed in here with the action as we're going for it. Once again, we're back with Matt Elias hitting a jump serve that's been favoring picking on number 4. That's Luis Vasquez. A 5-point run for Freedom needs to get cut off right now by Dallas Tornadoes. Keep them in a comfortable zone to make a comeback here. But that hits the tape, gets a little bounce, and that's going to be 4 contacts that hit both number 1, the libero, Alexis Reyes, and also the second outside, number 33, that's Javier Guerrero. So there was 2 contacts there, and that's why the 4th one on a set over. Elias riding a consistent but powerful jump serve that he can definitely get Tornadoes out of system, as we've seen already. And that's a great point coming out of the timeout. Jump serve that does not get a single rotation of spin on it. Matt Elias sends that one right over to the back wall. And that's going to be Brady Castillo now, bringing Steve Roshitz to the front row, someone that's proven to be an offensive threat for them already thus far. Catches Cunningham off the chest. Matt Elias is going to pancake that to keep it alive. Chris Vaughn sends it over. Backside, Steve Roshitz right away. Joe Norman with the block touch. Cunningham's going to lay a ball up to Nugent on the outside. Nugent misses high hands, oh no, he gets it. There's a high hand touch. Block touch point for Team Freedom. Great rally and some solid block touches there between the 6'10" double block that is Joe Norman and Matt Seifert. Tight pass, perfectly in system. Good swing, one-on-one block touch from Seifert. Tight set. Joe Norman turns, swings for the wall, and gets the block touch he's looking for. Right now, we're seeing a pretty great example where some of these just size matchups are going the way of Team Freedom. And we've got a substitution now. That's going to be number 7 coming in for the Tornadoes. That's Sequiel Sanchez. Or apologies, that's Sequiel, I believe Sequiel. Apologies if I'm getting your name wrong. We're going with Sanchez anyway. That's going to put number 10, Chris Nugent, with a big serve. Great pass. Tornadoes are in system, go to the outside. No one home to cover up on Roshitz's set. He's looking for that to get further out to the pin. Challenging low seam against the Joe Norman, Matt Seifert block is just going to be a bad time for anyone. Point. Freedom takes the court, and that's going to put Nugent once again on the back line. Looking for a good pass to let Castillo run the offense for the Tornadoes here. Great serve. There's going to be some time, but he's going to lay that up, and that's going to be a good block touch. Reset, dug by Matt Elias. Cunningham goes outside. Vaughn's got a roll shot that over. Set goes to the outside once again using Roshitz, but he's not quite able to find that one. No touch there from the side of Team Freedom. Freedom is really doing an excellent job of funneling their blocking moves into the middle of the court and not giving any unnecessary block touches away. That's opening them up to a 9-point lead here in the first. Nugent once again going for the jump. Perfect pass again from Reyes. Joe Norman comes all the way across the court, but not quite able to find that tip. That's going to be Luis Vasquez finding another point. Tornadoes came on pretty hot. They were finding some good points, but they've got to make sure that they get a system established going to both sides of the court to try and split the large middle blocker that is Matt Seifert. The more he's getting there, it's just going to be a tough time, especially when Joe Norman is your other right side pin. Joe Norman was one of the few, if not the only Americans that was selected to play over in the Korean League this past season before COVID ended that season. He's played a variety of other teams overseas as well, so definitely no newcomer to high-level situations. Vasquez with a jump serve. And that one's going to go just wide and out. Talked about that a little bit earlier on, about Tornadoes need to stop letting Team Freedom off the hook with some missed serves. But that's going to be an adjustment for them to make as a team as this continues to go on. Good hand pass by Sanchez. Overruns that one a little bit, looking for a different tempo. That's going to be called for back row attack on Matt Elias. He's saying that that ball was over the plane of the net. Middle blocker Patrick Moshiski now back, hitting a float, going down the line, and that's going to be to ending up on the backside there for Joe Norman. Easy in-system swing for him. Ball bettered there by Matt Elias. Decent pass by Chris Vaughn, but a little bit off the net, forcing the backwards bump set. Norman finds the top tip. Good pass by Sanchez. Backside to Roshitz, and Roshitz goes into the chest of Norman, finds him off the elbow there. Roshitz bringing a lot of power to his angle swings. He was one of the guys that they were really relying on when they were building a brand new roster. They knew that he was going to be an integral part of that. I believe he's also their captain. Nugent with the overpass. Setters out. And that's going to be a big route here, run off the bump set. Cunningham with a dig. Outside, and Chris Vaughn recycles that, and that one's going to go in. Joe Norman thought that was going out and lets it go. Great block touch there between, that's going to be Brady Castillo and Opura in the middle. Chike getting all the way outside, closing that down. Great serve by Roshitz. Once again goes to the outside. Vaughn finds the inside hand. That's back-to-back blocks for Chike Opura. 2 in a row, and he's ready to make some impact here. Not a lot of time left in this one, but still Tornadoes determined to fight it out. Roshitz right now on a decent serving run. That's going to give them an opportunity to find their way back in if they make a move right now. Cunningham with a great pass. Freedom goes outside to Vaughn once again. There's a net from, I believe that was Chike got caught in the net there. Float serve there by Vaughn. Once again, looks like Joe Norman a little bit stuck out of kind of in some no man's land there. Not really ready for that ball. Sanchez looking for a jump serve here. Into the platform of Cunningham, perfectly in system, but that's going to be a huge block touch once again. We're seeing the middle, number 13, Chike Opura from Dallas Tornadoes putting in work right now. 3 blocks and 6 points. You'll love to see that kind of a contribution from the middle. Another serve from Sanchez, another good pass from Cunningham. Dug by Sanchez in the back row, bump set, and this is going to be a roll shot step close there. In system on a dig from Cunningham, tipped over the top, kept alive, and Sanchez takes a swing but finds it in the net. Good rally there, and I like the aggressive look for a swing, but from Sanchez, just not quite able to find that one over the net. John Cunningham doing a great job anchoring the defense of Team Freedom and making sure that they are in system as much as possible here. We are out in San Bernardino, California this weekend, so the gym is starting to heat up. Some of the guys are getting going, a little bit of sweat, so some of these big defensive moves are leaving some lakes that we can go fishing in, so they got to make sure they wipe that down before you continue on with play, make sure no one gets hurt. But we're ready to get it going once again, and that's going to be Keith Kagaris on the side of Team Freedom. Float served at Vasquez. Set goes outside to Vasquez, takes a big swing, hits the high hands. Tracked down, and this is going to be a free ball kept alive by Vaughn. Good move by Nugent. Big set, Sanchez. Sanchez takes a big rip and gets the kill. That's one of the first big routes we've seen from Dallas Tornadoes, and you'd love to see that energy turn on right now. This is absolutely the time for it. Sanchez definitely starting to get warmed up and make his presence known on the court. Speaking of presence known on the court, the man with 3 blocks in 1 rotation, Chike Opurum, with a float serve short. Matt Seifert takes it and return to sender. That's a little middle blocker on middle blocker action. Seifert goes straight back to him, 15-foot line with a nice cut. Not afraid to take a ball and serve receive is Matt Seifert. Matt Elias once again going for that jump serve, favoring a zone 5, seeing if he can make Vasquez pass first. That one goes to Libero, but they're going to be in system going up to Roshitz in the front row. Roshitz swinging that high hands and using a little bit of the height discrepancy there between Seifert and Nugent. Squeaks that one through, and no dig is made behind. There's another serve in the net, and after all those moves that they're making, Dallas Tornadoes just have to clean up that service game. Once they do that, this is going to be a different match we're watching. Team Freedom's been doing a good job of consistent high-pressure serves, making very few errors. Nugent with a big rip, and that's going to be an ace. Just on the topic of serves and the pressure that Team Freedom is putting onto them, there it is. And that's going to bring us to set point number 1. Nugent goes for another big serve. They're looking for a foot fault, but there is a ref right on that line. And there's going to be a warning issue, it looks like, right here. The big thing that everyone, that kind of tricks everyone here in the gym is that blue line being behind the white line there makes it a little bit hard to tell from a distance, but there is no foot fault there. And that's going to be the end of set 1 with .25 being hit. So we are also, just for people unaware, with COVID protocols, teams will not be rotating, so you are going to see the Dallas Tornadoes staying on the same side and Freedom doing the exact same. So that was one of those matches that I think when I look back at the end of it all, really it comes down to the service pressure. I think the serve receive on the side of Dallas Tornadoes was pretty good, and they made too many serving errors that the defense and the serve receive on the side of Team Freedom, they were in system. John Cunningham running that back line like an absolute pro, knows exactly what he wants to go on. And when Chris Vaughn and Christopher Nugent are your 2 other serving options, there's very, very few opportunities to take advantage of them. So right now, we've got to see the Dallas Tornadoes find their targets and know exactly who they want to go after. In terms of middle blocker involvement, we saw an entire turnaround there in the second half with number 13, Chike Opurum, on the side of the Dallas Tornadoes, getting 3 terminal blocks by himself was a huge contribution that the Dallas Tornadoes were desperately needing in their defensive moves. We'd like to see the second Team Freedom, Keith Kagaris, get a little bit more involved offensively. Matt Seifert contributing wonderfully, but Team Freedom has always been a pin-centric team, so the more that they're able to bring that into the middle of the court, it makes it easier for the guys on the outside. Joe Norman having a fantastic showing for his first time wearing the Team Freedom white and blue. Excited to see that move from Southern Exposure up to the Team Freedom. It's a good move for him and a good look in the white and blue. Now, Dallas Tornadoes, we're definitely seeing Steve Roschitz prove to be a rock for this team. He's gotten a lot of big kills out of the right side. I believe he's also traditionally an outside, but a lot of his volleyball in recent years has been in the AVP. That makes him pretty interchangeable on the right and left side. They really want to get him and Sanchez on the court at the same time, while simultaneously, we've seen number 4, Luis Vasquez, be an absolute rock in serve receive. Team Freedom has been targeting him from day one, and they're not seeing a lot of return for it. So right now, Dallas Tornadoes really just need to rely on their serve receive to get them in system and try to find that aggressive serve. I'll be curious to see if there's any substitutions. I think that the score was a little bit not reflective of the state of the game at the end of the first set there, and it's really just a team-wide decision about who's allowed to hit that green light serve on the Dallas Tornadoes and who needs to manage their serve and keep it in. But that is men's volleyball, because if you're not hitting a hard serve, it's going to be coming right back at you with almost a guaranteed point. So it's all, it's this big scale of how far are you willing to push it, and that's what we're going to have to see what adjustment they make right now. And that's a discussion I can see them having as a team over to my side. Team Freedom starting to take the court again, and no surprise there, they're not going to make any adjustments or substitutions. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. On the side of the Tornadoes, they're starting to peter out as well. One thing I do want to keep an eye on, we saw a couple misconnects there between Sanchez and Castillo. It looked like Sanchez was looking for a little bit of a faster set to the outside, so I'll be interested to see what kind of tempo they're running to the outside pin there and see if Castillo makes some adjustments there. So that'll be one thing to keep track of as we go into the second and third set and as this match progresses. Dallas Tornadoes will be the first servers here, and that's going to be the Castillo. Otherwise, they are making, it looks like, only one substitution adjustment, and that's going to be number 14 coming in as an outside. That's Eduardo Hernandez, and so he's going to be replacing Luis Vasquez. So we'll get a new look at another player from one of the NVA's newest teams. Excited to see what he can do. Refs have signaled ready, and we are ready to get set number 2 underway. Castillo with a controlled serve, Vaughn with a perfect pass. A little bit tight, and there's going to be a net from Seifert. Elias not quite able to pull that one off the net. Generally, I think it looks to be a pretty good pass, but a little, especially with Elias being front row, but not quite able to pull that off for Seifert. Seifert caught in the net. Castillo serves that one in the net. And looks like that problem may be ever prevailing here of missed serves. Yeah, stream, we're trying to get that saturation, I think, adjusted for you guys talking about the lines. Here in person, they're very, very easy to see, but the lighting in this gym is quite bright. So for the cameras, it's lit up pretty nicely and can be a little hard to see. So I've let them know already. I can see the stream from where I'm at over here. So trying to bring that brightness down a little bit so you can see a little bit of the difference in the court shading and the light from the glare. We're going to now see Hernandez's first serve attempt, see what kind of serve he hits. Goes for the jump, and he goes cross-court chop. Nice pass by Nugent, goes to the outside, and that's going to be Joe Norman with a nice chop over the top, but a good dig, and that's going to be reset. Goes back to Norman on the outside, and goes OT once again. Roschitz not quite able to find a block touch there, and Elias giving Joe Norman the setback nod. It was a great dig on the first attempt there. After the serve, Hernandez steps in, finds a nice dig, but it does result in an overpass. Nugent with another serve. Tornadoes going tight, and that's going to be a one-handed dig. Another net by Seifert. That's going to be his second net already out of 5 points. on the swing, it's a little bit harder to say that it's his fault based on the set he got, but that block move's got to be cleaner. It's a good touch in the back row by Matt Elias, so that would have extended the rally. Cunningham with a great pass, goes to the outside, and there's that sharp angle. He just flies. Chris Vaughn just slowly, drifts, and he opens up, sees that hard angle, and uses the outside hand of the blocker. That's a great offensive look for them. Seifert now with a float serve. Sanchez with a good pass, a little tight, but he's going to get that one-on-one. But Joe Norman reaches outside of his body and shuts that down. That's an absolutely great read in the one-on-one situation by Joe Norman, and that's going to give them the 1-point lead, 4-3 here for Team Freedom. Seifert with a good float. He breaks the platform there. Sanchez not quite able to get a handle on that ball. Speaking of ball, I want to give a huge shout out to Mikasa, the proud ball sponsor of the NVA. These V200s are awesome to see out here all weekend long. Definitely something to look forward to. Another good float. Sanchez handles that one perfectly. Goes to the outside. Block touch reset by Tornadoes. And that's going to be an out-of-system set. Rochet's not quite able to find what he wanted. No block touch there. Pretty good set there from the libero Reyes, but I think that's a little bit more outside than you want. When that's drifting towards the pin like that, that's going to put your hitter in a really tough spot to better that ball. Seifert going for his third serve. Finds the tape, rolls it over. A little miscommunication that there was no middle on the Dallas Tornadoes to get in there and help that one out. But that's going to be a nice little break for Freedom as they open this up to a 4-point lead just on the precipice of the 8-point technical timeout. One option here. Tornadoes not able to make that work. And that's going to take us into a technical timeout here. We're going to have to see an adjustment here by Sanchez and Hernandez looking to get out of the service seat, but right now he is really taking advantage of the two outsides. He's able to avoid the libero altogether and making it work for him wonderfully. Goes right back to it. Hernandez with the overpass, but it's saved. Little left-handed swing there from Roschitz. Vaughn's going to have to free ball that one over. Taken by the Dallas Tornado middle. Goes backside once again, and Roschitz goes for that big swing. Dug there by Matt Elias, but no one ready to track that down. Roschitz now looking to get his service run going. Good pass by Nugent. Set goes to the outside to Vaughn. Vaughn uses the high hands and not able to be dug by Reyes there. Joe Norman always ready to take a big breath and take his time before he goes and hits that serve. Unfortunately, that was a little bit too much of an aggressive toss there, and that one's going to get launched long. Bringing this to a 4-point game. Sanchez had a pretty good serve run last time. He was able to get 2 or 3 serves before he was before Freedom was able to side out. So we'll see if he's able to make the same run right now. Good pass by Vaughn. Goes to the middle. That's a foot dig. Ball is up. Sanchez swings. Norman with a dig. And there's a tip over the top. A little bit of miscommunication here. I think there was a net in the middle of that play that was missed. And, you know, Dallas kind of stopped there, but Tornado's got to make sure they're playing all the way through the whistle. If anyone in the booth can hear me right now, the stream is currently appearing very glitchy. If we're able to do anything about that right now, that would be fantastic. A little bit out of sorts here as things are kind of settling back in. I missed exactly what just happened while I was kind of taking a look at the stream, but it looks like that's going to be Chris Vaughn, number 9, as the next server for Team Freedom. Float serve short by Vaughn. Outside, and that's going to be a big block by Matt Elias. One hand low seam, one hand high line, able to get that one with his outside hand and bring it back in, and that's going to force a timeout here from Dallas Tornadoes as they have to problem solve exactly what it is that they need to adjust. Down by 6, 11-5. Right now with that 6-point lead, Dallas Tornadoes, again, their serve receive is a little tight. It seems like a little bit more tight than Brady Castillo might be comfortable with. So if they need to pop that ball 2 feet off the net, better to go high in the middle of the court, let them run an offense and make something happen there. Sorry, just trying to ping my team about the stream right now and get that lag fixed for you guys. That's going to be a huge swing from the outside. Number 10, Chris Nugent, goes outside the block and finds the middle of the court, getting a really good angle from that approach there. Chris Vaughn maintains his service run. Breaks the hands there of Castillo, a little bit of, or sorry, not Castillo, but Sanchez, and there's a little bit of miscommunication there between Reyes, the libero, and number 7, Sanchez. It's very interesting if you watch Chris Vaughn serve. He tosses and jumps at the same time, so he has a very quick release to swing. And it can sometimes be a cadence that's really weird to pass against, and it can throw some teams off that haven't seen it before. But we're going to see a substitution now with number 4 coming back in. That's Luis Vasquez, going to be replacing Eduardo Hernandez, as Team Freedom is just on the edge of a 10-point lead. Quick set backside, that's off the net, and that's trying to run the middle on a 5-ball. No luck there. Vaughn attempted to be run on a big route and a little miscommunication. Both sides not finding their hitter the way they want it right there. Moshinsky there was trying to run a backside with Castillo, but Castillo's net was a bit off the net, or his set was a bit off the net, so try to adjust that for future options there. Cunningham with a perfect pass. Freedom goes back to Norman on the D ball, and no dig is popped up there. One of the biggest tips I can always give to young players, something that requires no skill, just paying attention. Know where middle blockers are. If they serve, like right now for Team Freedom, then you know he's going to be back row playing defense. So if you've got a tip or take a swing, then make sure you're swinging that direction. Short float. Goes to the backside. Rosh hits once again. Nice dig, and that's going to be a back row attack. And that's going to be a timeout called on the side. To slow this game down, get some block touches, and find a little bit more control on their end. Kagera is right now middle blocker, back row, continuing his run for Team Freedom. Good pass there in system to go for the swing out of the middle, and that's a little middle on middle action there. Number 13, Chike Opurum, able to pick on the back row Kagaris, and he kind of reaches outside his body with one hand. No defensive touch able to be made on a ball that was probably going out of bounds. Brady Castillo now going to serve. Jump serve once again, keeps this one in. Vaughn with a good pass, set goes outside, over the top with a block. Chris Nugent doing a really good job of managing swings right now on the outside. He gets a great set there from Elias, gets up high, sees his options, and just chops that over the top. Forces Alexis Reyes to make a defensive move, not quite able to come up with a dig there. Good pass by Sanchez, once again going back and catches Norman coming across the middle of the court. I think he saw a tip potentially. I'm not sure exactly, but coming across the middle of the court there, and that's going to be a kill for number 14, Hernandez. Hernandez now hits the jump serve, just long, not able to make that white line bounce. And Chris Nugent's now going to take his turn and try and make something happen. Good pass, Tornadoes in system. Missed connection, trying to run that that gap there between the middle and Castillo, but Opurum not quite able to connect. A little bit more of a, got a little bit more forward trajectory than he wanted on that set. But right now, Team Freedom is definitely in the driver's seat. They're really setting the pace and dictating how this match is going to go. A lot of control from both outsides. The Chris duo here with Chris Nugent and Chris Vaughn doing a great job and allowing some big swings from Norman on the right side. Elias loves to do those setbacks, so in case one of their guys doesn't get a point, you can pretty much guarantee he's going to go right back to him and give him another chance to score that point. So we love to see that. During that timeout, Victoria Dennis got a little bit of an inside information. We're going to throw it over to her real quick. Victoria, over to you. Thanks so much, Victoria. Not sure if you guys are able to hear her through the broadcast. I'm not quite able to hear her on my end. So we'll keep working on that on our end here. Big serve there from Nugent. Miscommunication about who's going what next. That's a good ball, honestly, up in the middle of the court. There's just got to be a little bit more of a system established here to get that set to the outside. Eduardo Hernandez should be stepping in there to set that outside to Sanchez. Chris Nugent putting great pressure on from the back line. Goes right back at it. Good pass by Hernandez, back set to Roschitz. And he finds that deep corner, and that's exactly what Dallas Tornadoes needed. Now we're going to see a bit of a serving substitution. So that's going to be number 5, Russell Fulbray, coming in for middle blocker Chike Opurum. Float serve in, Nugent takes a good hand pass, back set to Norman. There's a great one-on-one block touch. Cunningham, no, puts it on the outside, recycled out. And it's gonna be a dump over the top. Vaughn takes first ball, Seifert cuts it back, and there's gonna be a net violation from the Dallas Tornadoes. One of those scrappy plays where every touch is inside the 10-foot line and everyone's trying to extend the rally to get it to go their way. Big cutback swing there from Seifert, forces a net. And Team Freedom is nearing the end with a bit of a blowout here in the second set. Dallas Tornadoes just not able to get anything going their way. Dallas Tornadoes looks like they have a little bit of mop up on their side after that last scrappy rally, and then I believe we may see a substitution being undone. And that's going to be number 5, Russell Fulbray, coming back out for Opurum, who will then exit the court for Alexis Reyes to resume his position in serve receive. Seifert with the serve. Pass is tight, but still manageable. Big swing, and that's dug by Nugent. They're in system. Good dig there, and it's going to be set back outside to Sanchez. Goes off the net, and Matt Elias not able to get the first step that he's wanting there. Some good defensive touches, and that's a great hand dig there by Brady Castillo on the side of the Dallas Tornadoes to give that a second wind. Nice bump set to the outside as well for Reyes. Roschitz to the serve. That's going to be perfectly passed in system by Cunningham. Now to the outside from Sanchez, and that's going to be a big block there from Team Freedom. Great move to the outside, big penetration, and that's going to mean no light of day for Sakil there to find a point. Joe Norman once again taking his time on the back line. Looking for a big jump serve. Good pass by Sanchez. He is the only hitting option though here, and that's going to be reset. Tornadoes not able to pull that back out. They're not playing very well around some tight play at the net, unfortunately, right now. And they're struggling to find ways to pull it out to recycle. There's a lot of smart swings that are not being terminally blocked, but transitioning out of that is something that's going to have to improve as time goes on here for Dallas Tornadoes. Joe Norman once again now 24-10. Takes that big swing and he aces to end set 2. Joe Norman absolutely hammered that ball. And that's going to bring Team Freedom up 2-0 in the set count as we take it on to the third one. And now Dallas Tornadoes are really going to have to find an adjustment that's going to work for them. I think ultimately the answer from what I've seen, I want to see Luis Vasquez back on the court. His serve receiver really anchored this team at the beginning of first set. And they need the help right now. Their serve receive is being beat, and they're just not quite able to handle the service pressure from Team Freedom that they're putting on. So we'll have to see what options the coaches look for Dallas to make, if any. Now, if you're Team Freedom, I don't expect that we're going to see any changes. Maybe there's an option over there that they decide that they want some of their other guys to get some court time, some play time, but certainly no personnel changes are needed. And now something big I do want to touch on is that in the NVA, we do use FIVB scoring. So what that means is over the next 3 events, every team will play every team in the league 1 time. You will then take your accumulative win-loss record and compare it against the other teams in your conference. We have the National and the American. The top 4 teams from both conferences will qualify for the 4th and final event in July. That will be the NVA Championships. In the case that there is any ties head-to-head with win-loss records, that's where we will go to the FIVB scoring rules, which uses basically the manner in which you win games through your game count. You know, do you win 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, things like that. You score points, so that's the tiebreaker. So every game really does matter, and down the line, one game played today could matter in July about how you get seeded into that 4th event. So definitely something we'll keep track of here, and I think something that a lot of the teams manage as well when they're thinking about who they want on the court. Team Freedom coach Justin Beaumont, definitely no stranger to making decisions like that for these Team Freedom guys. They've been together for the better part of 7 or 8 years, so certainly no newcomers to these kinds of situations. On the other side, we're seeing, the Dallas Tornadoes, a squad that's no more than 3 months old, having to find a way to gel on the court, make those executive decisions as a coaching staff, and find out how they're going to win and put that all together. Right now, doesn't seem like they have an answer, but they have another set. Start developing some of that on-court chemistry and finding answers to right now what seems to be a hemorrhaging problem on the court. It'll be interesting to see how they answer back. I do think during that second set, they did a better job of managing their serve. There was a lot less just easy points given away. Unfortunately, at 25-9, I believe is the final score, that's about as bad of a blowout as you're going to see. They just were not able to apply pressure offensively and challenge the Team Freedom block and defense in a way that's going to net them positive, real points. So starting to see some new faces across the board here. So Dallas is saying, what we were doing is clearly not working. So we're going to see a lot of new faces here. Taking a look, that's going to be a new middle blocker, I believe, in number 43. That's going to be Aaron King. We're going to see a new outside hitter in number 11. That's Ivan Andujar. Oh, apologies, he's a setter. So that's going to be a new setter, a new set of hands there. And then we're going to see Rochet still playing right side, and then I believe that's finally going to be number 20, Nicholas Mueller, joining the outside there of Sanchez. So Sanchez and Mueller on the outside and keeping Roschitz on the right. I like that. Looks like a good pen lineup. See if you can make some magic happen with maybe a different offense and a little bit of flow here. So that'll be a good thing to see as that goes on. Confirm that Team Freedom has, in fact, not opted to make any lineup changes on their end. Like I said, no surprises there. So far, John Cunningham appears to be the only libero that Team Freedom has brought along for the weekend, but definitely no problem. He is having a great match so far, and if you guys were able to tune in November, definitely an all-star libero out there, making sure this Team Freedom defense is anchored in a great way, and the rock of those guys for sure. Matt Elias is going to be the one on the back line to start us off here for Team Freedom. Let's get into match 3. Sanchez takes a hand pass. It's going to be an outside set high to Norman. I know the stream's a little bit laggy still, and by a little bit I mean we're looking at pictures, but I don't know if audio is going to come through. I'll try to do a little bit more of the play-by-play as it's going to help out anyone that can hear it during the stream. It's going to be Elias with the float serve. Goes short to Sanchez. Sanchez gets a high pass set, goes to the outside for Roschitz. Roschitz takes a big swing. It's recycled on the side of Freedom. They dump it over. Cunningham's going to take second ball. Goes outside with a big swing on the outside there by Chris Nugent. Goes over the top of the block of Dallas Freedom out the back of the court. And that's going to be a well-earned point from Freedom, or from Dallas Tornadoes there. Definitely excited to see if number 11, Andujar here, can get a new offense up and running for the Dallas Tornadoes. There's a high ball in the middle of court. Elias has to bump set to the outside to Joe Norman, tries to chop that, gets completely on top of that ball, and roll shots that into the bottom of the tape. Once again, Dallas Tornadoes opening up a lead, a little bit of energy here in the third set. We're seeing them with a small lead, but a lead nonetheless, 2-1. And Duhart hits the same float. Cunningham with a great pass in the middle. They go to the outside. Joe Norman one-on-one, and Joe Norman goes over the top of the double block using all of that size. Gets a big kill going over the newly subbed in number 20, Nicholas Mueller. That combination is one we haven't seen yet today. Nicholas Mueller as the outside and number 43 in the middle, Aaron King. Both of those guys not quite ready for the offensive capabilities there of Joe Norman. Setter slips, Andujar able to get back up after slipping. Roshitz goes for a big swing on the angle, but Chris Vaughn there goes low and tight, does not give him any hands to swing at. A little bit of a wet spot it looked like, or just lost his footing, but Andujar goes down, and that's gonna bring Freedom back up to a 1-point lead. Team Freedom to serve. Close, but no foot fault. And that's going to be a pick set there on his setter by Aaron King, number 43. Mentioned it earlier, you know, as a passer, when you've got your setter in back right, passing to that front row outside position is going to want to be one of the most positions to try and translate into offense, because he's got to go so far. Good pressure from the service line from Nugent, but that one's going to go just long. And now it's going to be Steve Roshitz heading to the back line, taking his shot at seeing if he can get some points rolling and a little bit of energy for the seemingly a little bit flat Dallas Tornadoes. Roshitz with a big serve in. Vaughn high pass to the outside now. Jams that in for a reset. Cunningham able to cover up Vaughn, and Vaughn catches the ball between his legs. The true athlete that he is, I think that counts for about 1/10 of a point somewhere. There's got to be a stat. Great cover up there by Cunningham, middle all the way through the point. But that's a good blocking move from the Dallas Tornadoes, able to shut that point down and extend their service rally one more time. Roshitz gets a big serve on that one. Cunningham out the back of the court, but Vaughn able to track it down, and Cunningham not quite able to find that second or the third touch to put that one over the net. A little miscommunication between Cunningham and Nugent there about who's going to take that one. But once again, we're seeing Steve Roshitz, you know, really put the pressure on this team and make it work for him. Third big serve brings Vaughn outside of his body. Cunningham bump sets to the right side of Norman. Doug, that's a step from Andujar to the outside, and Sanchez tries to take a swing, but he finds the antenna, and that's going to be out. Chris Vaughn's the guy that plays all sorts of volleyball, whether that's beach, grass, snow, or indoor. He's a very disciplined passer who knows the importance as an outsider. Pass first. We see a great ball there that allows Joe Norman to get a swing out of system. Seifert now with that float serve. Good pass by Roshitz. Inside to Sanchez. Sanchez once again going for that deep swing, but not quite able to connect with Andujar, and sends that one out of the back of the court. Team Freedom really showcasing what a disciplined blocking team can do. Seifert once again with a float serve, high ball out, and it's going to be a step close swing. That's shut down there by number 6, Keith Kagaris, on Team Freedom, one-on-one. Roschitz, I love that he's taking that step close swing to at least put a somewhat aggressive down ball down, but that's going to be a huge swing shutdown there for the middle on Team Freedom. Ooh, there's Matt Seifert splitting the difference with Sanchez stepping out early, and that's going to take us into our first technical time. Those adjustments right now, but the pressure's on. They're down by 3. They've got to start plugging some holes in this sinking ship. Seifert with the float serve. Sanchez gets a good pass. Set goes backside, and that's going to be a tool there for number 20, getting his first kill of the game. Nicholas Mueller doing a good job transitioning out of a nice pass from Sanchez there. Andujar able to connect. Jump serve passed by Cunningham. Set goes outside to Vaughn once again. Able to be dug up, and it's going to go outside to Sanchez, and that's a double block there that we're seeing Keith Kagaris closing to the outside pin of Joe Norman. Those two have been forming a big block all match long that the outsides have been struggling with on the Dallas Tornadoes. Joe Norman takes a breath before he gets a big jump serve attempt here and puts that one into the bottom of the tape. So, something seems out of rotation here for me. I thought 20 just served, could be wrong. But that's going to be a huge swing by Chris Vaughn as he attacks that hard angle, goes 4-4. No stopping him this game. We've seen that Chris is just doing a great amount of damage out on the left side as the outside hitters for Team Freedom. Sanchez tries to chop over the top. Joe Norman unable to handle the dig, overpasses it, and miscommunication about where the front row hitters are from Andujar. Goes to the middle, quick attack there from number 6, and Keith Kagaris is really having a solid third set right now, finding some good points for himself. A nice kill in transition there. Chris Vaughn with a good float serve, perfect pass by Sanchez. They try their attack at a middle, and that's going to be a kill for number 9. That's going to be Patrick Moshiski. Moshiki? That's a lot of S's and C's in that name. I'm trying. I'm sorry I'm butchering your name so far. Sanchez with the jump serve. Cunningham with a perfect pass. Right back to the mill. Good block touch. Tornadoes looks to transition with a Bick there. Dug by Norman, hits the ceiling. It's going to be a recycle here from Vaughn. Step close from Nugent. Nugent swings along. And he gets the block touch off the hands of the Dallas Tornadoes. That was good control there, using the ceiling to their advantage. Team Freedom takes a 4-point lead here as Kagaris goes to the back line once again to serve. Serve goes short, and that's going to be a set outside to Roshitz, who swings lefties. A little bit ambidextrous there, but that's going to be reset. Andujar goes to the backside, and that one's stuffed straight down once again as well. And that's going to be Mueller not able to find it over the net. Matt Seifert really putting in his work. The middles of Team Freedom are going pin to pin and making sure that there is no seam left open for the offensive swings of the Dallas Tornadoes. Off the chest there of the libero for the Tornadoes, Roshitz takes a high swing, able to use Matt Seifert's high hands and put that one deep into the court. No one able to come up with a dig there as they've got middle blocker number 6, Kagaris, in middle back there. Not quite as comfortable as one of the other outsides might have been to make that defensive move. Float serve in, quick set to the outside, and that's going to be a big swing just wide once again from Nugent. Doesn't find the hands there that he was looking for that time. A good quick tempo from Matt Elias all the way out to the pin. And Dallas Tornadoes shrinks this lead down to just 3. See if they can get in striking distance. Nice short serve. Elias has to kind of recycle that, so free ball coming in, but that's overpassed. And once again, the little bit of miscommunication. Dallas Tornadoes are not on the same page for what their system needs to be. Matt Elias to the float serve. Sanchez, good pass, goes to the outside. Roshitz goes one on two, goes a high seam. Actually, he was able to squeak that one through the high seam of Joe Norman and Matt Seifert. Love to see that. That's a great tempo set. Good work by Andujar to make some adjustments there. Good float serve. Chris Vaughn, perfect pass once again. But Nugent making that same mistake that we saw last time where he's just hitting that one over the top and not able to get the the top spin to drive that ball into the corner. No block touches either. And Duhar with another float to Nugent's hands. They go to the outside, and that's going to be Joe Norman turning for a 14-foot line swing out of bounds. Heck of a swing, just a foot or two wide. Nice swing off the high hands there by Seifert, able to use the left outside hand there of Aaron King in the middle. Jump serve by Nugent, keeps that one in, good pass by Roshitz, goes outside, another block touch with nobody home covering. Andujar watching his set, not paying attention to where that defensive move needs to be.
Search no more, it's here. fun and joy, endless cheer. The memories so dear, after years, still so clear. Journey in.
Chris Nugent once again ready to hit his jump serve out of the timeout. Sends that one just long. That's been a recent line that I've said quite a bit is Chris Nugent just long. He's not quite finding the contact on his hand that he's looking for and not driving that ball down. It's just kind of sailing a bit. And sometimes that'll happen with this ball. If you're not ready to get on top of it, it's just going to keep going. Steve Roschitz now looking for his chance to make a run happen for the Tornadoes. And instead answers with, this is men's volleyball, and hits a missed serve. Matt Seifert with a good float serve. Great pass there by Reyes. Middle run, dug in the back row. Team Freedom goes back to Joe Norman, and Joe Norman finds a hole in the middle of the court. Puts that one straight down. Nice dig to extend that rally there by Chris Nugent. And now Matt Seifert looks to go after another one. Good pass once again by Reyes, and Sanchez tries to take a big swing. Gets the block, gets the outside hand of the block there and tools it wide. Aaron King now to serve for Dallas Tornadoes. Gets Cunningham. King's got a little bit of an interesting jump serve. It's more or less just like a standing toss that he just kind of step closes into. But in that situation, he's able to attack that sideline, and Cunningham didn't quite see it going there. Not quite able to get a hold of that one. Now Chris Vaughn having some trouble. Elias tracks it all the way down, and Vaughn making all of Elias's effort totally worth it. Matt Elias lays out, gets a bump set, and you see Chris Vaughn step closed, gets inside the court, and takes a good controlled swing that Dallas Tornadoes are not quite able to handle. And now at 19-16, Joe Norman ready to start putting some nails in the coffin here for Dallas Tornadoes. Goes for a float serve to keep this one alive. Sanchez with a good pass. Middle blocker to middle blocker, and that's going to be number 6, Keith Kagaris, one-on-one, shutting that down. Timeout now on the side of Dallas Tornadoes. We're seeing a very, very solid showing from the middle blockers on Team Freedom. And they're, one of those big X factors. The pin hitters on this team are very well established to be successful. So when the middles on Team Freedom are successful, it makes that Freedom roster that much scarier. And right now they're doing a good job serving aggressively, which is allowing them to get set up, get double blocks on every swing out to the pins. Anytime it goes to the middle, it's predictable. They know where to be. They're getting a great one-on-one setup, taking away the big power angles and making it work for them. But that all starts with the serving pressure that Team Freedom is applying from every single guy on that roster, and it's allowing the middles to really get a great second touch. Norman once again going for a nice easy float. Good pass by Reyes. Little miscommunication, paddled down and reset. High ball at the outside. Sanchez able to get a high swing off the inside hands there of the Team Freedom block. And we're going to see a 6-2 substitution here, that the goal is to keep a Dallas Tornadoes opposite front row. So that's going to be Castillo checking back in as the setter, and number 14, Hernandez, coming back in for Andujar. They can undo the sub after, in 3 more rotations if they get to that point, but this is meant to try and give them a little bit of end of the game power hitting front row. Nugent plays that ball off the tape. Norman gets a nice D-ball rep. Ball's going to be tight for Castillo. And once again, a tight option. Tries to tip it over for Hernandez. And once again, we're just seeing that middle blocker control from Keith Kagaris. Just shuts it right down, throws it into open court. And they get to that for another point, bringing Team Freedom to a 4-point lead at 21-17. Chris Vaughn attacks short once again, and there's another overpass by Sanchez. Sanchez is just not quite handling the serve receive the way he would hope right now. Roshit's trying to keep his guys, moving the same direction, energy up and heads up. But Vaughn knows exactly where he's going with that float serve. Off the tape, gets the pass there from Sanchez. Hernandez goes for another swing and able to tool the blocker and get a kill there. A much needed point for the side of the Dallas Tornadoes. Sanchez now trying to make something happen from the back line. But Cunningham's going to air that out in the middle of the court. Vaughn goes for that swing into a triple block, reset, covered, and Vaughn goes back out to the D-ball now. And Joe Norman takes his turn in that. This is what Team Freedom does so well, is they know exactly how to extend the rally, battle back. Everyone's ready to cover your hitters at all times, and they make the point work for them. Having Joe Norman on the right side D-ball as a trash collector is definitely a huge, huge boon to the offense of this Team Freedom squad. Both of the outsides, when they're front row, are seem to be the serving target selection for Tornadoes. So both of these Freedom outsides, both the Chris's Nugent and Vaughn, doing a great job of passing first and letting the rest of their team figure out what offense they're going to run. Love to see it. A lot of good step, close, control swings from the side of Team Freedom. Very, very few free balls coming out of just like a platform pass or a free ball overhand pass over the net. Their third swing is almost always, or their third contact is almost always a great swing, and love to see that. Just constantly puts the pressure, and no easy points for Dallas Tornadoes. Kagaris with a big jump serve, but finds that one on the top of the tape. And that's going to be a point for the coach there for the Tornadoes. Andres Quinones gets the point for there. Chris Vaughn now clears out after a great pass. That's the swing we want to see from Chris Nugent, returning to form, gets on top of that one. Big swing. Pretty funny if you watch Chris Vaughn there. He came across a couple passing lanes and hitting lanes, so he just cleared out at the end of that, and he just headed for the opposite side of the court. Love a guy with that kind of court sense awareness and knows exactly where he needs to be or not be. Matt Elias with a good serve, breaks the hand platform there, or the hand pass. One-handed dig and sent over by Seifert. Rochit's taking another big swing, but blocked straight down by Matt Seifert. And that's going to end it here in the third with a 3-0 win for Team Freedom. Definitely an authoritative win for them. Tough first match for Dallas Tornadoes as they make their NVA debut, but no surprise, I guess, seeing Team Freedom pick up right where they left off in November. Definitely doing some damage. Those, Joe Norman right there, we're seeing was a big upgrade to this roster. Definitely bringing some more offense and doing a lot of the trash collecting here as those rallies are kind of bouncing around. They're able to just toss it out to them and definitely doing a good job of finding nice deep swings and really being an effective option. Both Chris and Chris.
All right, everyone, welcome to opening day of the NVA. Team Freedom defeating the Tornadoes. Joe Norman coming out on top, leading his team in kills this game. What was it like leading up to this opening day tournament? I know that you guys are a well-oiled machine out there. You've played together for a while now, 6+ years. What sets this year, 2021, apart from years in the past?
I think what really sets this year apart from others is our teamwork. Everyone's working just as hard as the next guy, and we're all keeping each other accountable for all of our actions on the court. Everyone's playing at a super high caliber, and I mean, we're just working as a team and getting the job done.
Are there team goals you have for this season?
I believe our team goals are to win the entire thing, and yeah.
Do you have a motto that you say on the court or in team huddles? I know you guys have your own dialogue because you've played together so long. What's one thing that the public wouldn't really understand, a catchphrase per se?
I don't think I'm allowed to share those things with you guys.